He was never there.
So he's over there, but he's got a.
He was there.
You gotta ask.
It's just for 1106.
Yes,
No, there.
I put him in a file. It's in the file. Which picture you have?
Also, I got the ones that I took this afternoon.
Which ones?
The 11, this one. And are those the brick?
No, this is 110.
Yeah, one.
Just in the file.
1106 we don't have any.
Is, did they clean it? Okay, so it's,
It's okay. It feels the same.
I know, like, very.
yeah.
You want me to say? Oh, you're good? Oh, right, yeah, definitely just only do it. Wow. So you.
But we don't see results. Right.
Just gonna show each other.
Oh, absolutely. Without likes being, I agree that.
Yes.
Yes, I guess that's. Everybody was 69 months.
Everybody ready?
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call to order the Village of West Cape Cod Code Compliance Board meeting Wednesday, August 6th. It is now 6 p.m. If clerk would please call the roll.
Janie Anderson,
Here,
Del Blinton,
Brother.
Rodolfo Barrientos,
Yeah.
Judy Hammerberg,
Present.
Michael Lanat,
Here.
Doris Grant, Rafael Gutierrez,
Here.
Vanessa Cherry present.
good evening, ladies. This is the meeting of the West Cape Cod Code Compliance Board. The board is authorized to pursue to chapter 14 of the Village's Village Development Code to ensure compliance with the village code ordinances. The members of the board are citizens and residents of the Village of West Cape Park who volunteer at times when we're not paid for our services. The purpose of each hearing is to quickly alleged violators the opportunity to contest the decisions of the code compliance officer, which resulted in the issuance of a notice of violation, and to determine whether a violation of the village's code has occurred or is occurring. We are not authorized to dismiss violations based on hardships, ignorance, or the fact that others may be guilty of the same violation. These hearings are conducted in a quasi-judicial manner Our responsibility is to act much like a judge in the court, and that is to hear cases presented by the village's code compliance officers, and to hear contradictory arguments presented by the alleged violators. We are not authorized to change the code. The village commission is solely authorized to enact or revise codes. Conversely, neither the commission nor its village manager have the authority to overrule the findings of the board. Pursuant to chapter 162 of the statute, orders of the board can only be appealed to the Court of Miami-Dade County. We have the authority to set and order the payment of such penalties, to ensure orders having the force of law, to issue orders having the force of law, demands of every step against the failure to bring a violation into compliance, and to assess administrative costs. In order to make finding of holding the code compliance officer's decision, we must find that there is substantial competent evidence that the main violator was responsible for a violation of the relevant section of the code as charged. All documentary evidence presented by the parties will be submitted for placement in the hearing file. No documentary evidence will be considered unless the alleged violator or code compliance officer submits a copy for the hearing file. Each party shall have the right to call and examine witnesses, to introduce exhibits, cross-examine opposing witnesses on any matter relevant to the issue, even though that matter was not covered in direct communication. To impeach any witnesses regardless of which party first called them to testify, and to rebut the evidence against them. If you do intend to address the board and haven't signed in, please do so. And anyone who is wishing to address the board, please stand and raise your right hand so that you may be sworn in. You are reminded that this board is obliged to the board and for false testimony and
Please raise your hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
there any additions, deletions, or changes?
This. Good evening, I am the Ranger, for Manuel, the addition, and it's came from the city 25-004, the address is 9811 14th Street, for an encounter. We were requesting to amend the terms in essentially in this case, amended order. The order was, at the last hearing was, for us to violate the legal if we did not comply. So we did comply. And the order, has, which finds the rights and, now that he's in compliance, he has applied for fine reduction. So he's here asking for a fine reduction, and we are asking to amend the order from, there was a mistake actually in the order, we had, presented it as an electrical permit, it was supposed to be a practical permit, this wasn't going to be enough.
So you just need a motion
The
to.
motion to amend, and then we'll use to go ahead and, because we want to be filing the meeting, we don't need to, we'll say something. Give us amount for reduction.
If there's no board discussion, make a motion on that.
Sure, on case number CE -25-0064, I'd like to make a motion to amend the order of enforcement, signed June 18th, the order of enforcement, June 18th, 2025, change the wording from electrical, permit is issued to mechanical permit is issued.
I'll second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-4. We go for the, fine reduction.
The amount for the accumulated $2,500 as of today. Mr. Alvarez is in compliance. We have a permit in the system that's issued, and he is offering $500. We recommend $500 as well.
When was the permit issued?
The permit was issued on the 22nd of July.
And has it been fined?
Yes, no, the permit didn't have to be final because he had already done the work, so he doesn't even go through the process and have the permit issued.
So we're down to ready to close.
In your agreement with the superintendent?
Yes, we are okay with the 500.
Or extension?
No, as you see, it does cover the, fine, and there were no administrative costs.
I have a concern in that any time we deal with electrical, we're dealing with potential life safety. It's going back several years, but there was a worker, still electric unit working on data commission at a property really hard that had previously been residential installed. And it's not a fine reduction that I have an issue with, it's the fine that will only be 4% of what the fine is, and again, we're dealing with life safety. That's a big concern to me, that's something. Getting a permit in advance just should be a given.
Again, I think that the permit was supposed to have been for mechanical, not electrical. That it to be any electrical.
It's a mechanical, it's an air conditioner, and I don't believe it was, the central air conditioner, it was its
Right.
own.
With the many school wall, and
So there was there was no electrical involved in this at all.
Well, in the air conditioner, once with electricity, but the work that we did was change the AC from, the old one and install the new.
Oh, okay, so there was no.
No major electrical work,
And
and they plugged in for them.
gotcha.
he just replaced the AC.
That's what we needed here. My concern obviously is the overall enhancement in that. That's the part I needed to clear. Okay. I'm good. Judy. Rodolfo? May I have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion on case number C dash 25-0064 that the, accept the offer of $500 for fine both days. Once it's paid, pay it by October August the 26th. Paid by August 26th.
One second, all in favor?
If not paid,
If not paid, for the first act, original fine and move to it.
Thank you very much.
All right, thanks, sir.
Next case, in section 7 of the agenda, it's item number 7.10, 7.10. It's for the address 1105 Northeast 119th Street. It's for case number CBN 23-511 for William Pedraza. We were looking at the order of enforcement in this case, they were found to be in violation of chapter 5.6 driveway. Mr. Pedraza is, however, asking for a 30-day continuance. There was a problem which I verified. Mr. Pedraza was submitted papers for his permit in the old system instead of the new town system. As a result, the reviewers were not able to see the papers that he was submitting. We have, however, gone through the process of correcting all of that, and he needs 30 days to be able to process the paperwork for his permit.
So in other words, he was trying to comply with
He was.
the wrong system.
He was, and then we verified that.
That, it looks like the last, according to what we have, the last communication coming off the system was October 28th last year, but which is something will previous that I used to.
It said 10/12/17, 1/4, the packet was denied, but it's.
No, but we're not. I'm going by all from the uploaded, but we're asking for, the building official on October 28th, we're still asking for some documents.
because we made it last year. So what happened was, October and November, we were transitioning to the new system. So we kept submitting papers to the old system. And they never saw.
Oh,
Until I brought it here for.
Literally, so. Distribution.
Said that.
Literally fell through the cracks.
It did, and then we've had a few cases that have, that's happened too. And we're going through case by case now to make sure.
And those packages will still have to go before, planning and design.
That's
I
right,
do believe so.
yes,
Okay, and so, 30 days, that would give, a minimum of 2 hearings.
yeah.
If you get it in by next week.
And when you say again, any title, identify yourself and your relationship to the property.
Hi, my name is Gloria Picasa. I'm the owner of 1105 Northeast 119th Street.
Okay, so if I'm correct, you have all your documentation ready to
Yes.
present to the
Yes.
P and Z, and you could have it in by next week, because I know they need a week in advance to prepare.
My only question then is, do I go through the whole process again, or I can use what I
I,
had everything approved when I met with them, and then what happened was there was a miscommunication with us, so but I should be good to go in that sense.
The building department will tell you that.
Yeah.
What you need, what's missing, and what you need to remove, because it's over 6 months.
well, let's go ahead for the September 22nd. Yeah, that way you have 3 opportunities.
Right.
That's it.
If we send other.
So if there are no questions, I'd like to go ahead and make a motion, based on CDN -23 5.1. You had an extension until September the 23rd to have a fully issued, permit. If not, a finding of a violation occurred and assess a, administrative cost of dollars and a daily fine.
I'll second.
That's just,
Yeah.
it's the 23rd of September, some thumbs up, this big thing, talk to Lorraine and the work staff, and, okay.
So that was, I definitely wanna get it done, I'm like, oh, so
That's going to be until September 23rd, which will be multiple planning and design meetings if they need you. If everything is taken care of on the 23rd, we're good. If not, there'll be $250 administrative fee and a $250 daily fine.
okay.
Okay, get a first and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed by 2.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next item, no business. Section 6 is, item number 6.2. For the address 11410 East 11th Place. Case number CD -25-0442. Carlos Alberto Suarez and Martha Catalina Spango. We had filed, an affidavit of non-compliance, for an amount of $3,000. However, Mr. Alberto, his house has complied. He has the registration for the truck. Now, there has been some, the fine amount has accumulated, I think $58,000. Now that they complied, we have got this, and, we'll be asking them to come back for, review solutions in this case.
Go ahead.
Property thing, clean.
This is for the Ford Jocko, the registration.
That's our point.
There's enough.
Yes, as they vote is.
So from my understanding, we have the registration, it just hasn't put it on the vehicle. Now, there's an assumption of non-compliance for us if the registration is not on the vehicle. He had it in house.
Was it registered when we violated them? It's always been registered, it's insured, always been insured, registered, I had knee surgery and I don't drive, but.
Sir, I need you to identify yourself also in your relationship with the property and your name, please.
My name is Carlos Parkas, I'm the owner of 1140 Northeast Eleventh Place, and I'm discussing the 1965 Ford truck wraps. Any questions?
So, basically, if it's complied with now, we can just move the stop date.
No, and I can prove that it's always been, it's
So
necessary.
you have an order of enforcement with the daily fine that was running until you provide the documentation. What you need to do is you're gonna need to ask for a fine reduction.
But there is still the outstanding violation fine and we have the fine. I'm sorry, you have to be.
So I don't do that forever, right?
Yeah.
That guy that just came up before you, that's your next, yeah. Let me ask you, so, you said it's always been registered, but there's a little sticker. There's no sticker on it because I have no idea, like, I went through a really rough time, a bunch of surgeries, and I wasn't concerned with the truck, there's probably a pile of paper somewhere, but it's been insured, registered, and drivable and everything else. So you can't find the sticker? I'll just go back to the DMV and get it, that's not, that's like a non-issue, I can get it, but I can prove that it's registered and everything, and that it's been all along.
Yeah, the tag agency can reissue another one.
Yeah, I figured since I wasn't driving, it didn't matter.
But
I
that's
would tell-
hard to bring back when you come to your fine reduction. That's all.
Okay,
We won't like.
and the registration, I think that I issued to, that I sent to Officer Gutierrez, shows that it's been until next year.
But again, so long as the tag on the vehicle doesn't show that,
Right.
we don't know that. So as far as the city goes. so-
Okay, I wasn't aware that you guys even looked at that,
And
but.
that little tag on it that has the date also has the tag number on it. So it's specific to that
Right.
vehicle. So you do have to go to the tag agency.
Yeah, I'll go, if I can't find it in my pile of junk, I'll go over there. and get
It
it.
comes from them attached to the new registration.
Right,
If you don't have that. you don't
no, I
have
just
it.
printed it on one of my.
If you find the original of that, it will be attached to that. on the
Okay.
same design.
We have to issue a courtesy notice before we issue the notice of violation, if the funds that come back to us in this registration, we wouldn't even come this far.
Exactly. And I apologize, last time there was a hearing, I was out of town, someone was collecting my down and feeding my fish, and they let me know, I called. And.
It's courtesy notice came,
April 4th.
2 months ahead of the notice of violation, so you did have 2 months. Because, to the village hall, showing them the registration, because the boy will notice of violation, so at any rate. At this point,
More than $8,000 fines. I got a free start with it.
so again, the next step. Is for we to go ahead and go into the village hall for paperwork. There is a $50 fee, I believe, for the fine reduction.
Yes.
And we'll go from there.
And we're gonna wanna see the update on the tag,
Right.
of the tag, of the television,
No problem.
okay?
I'll deal with it tomorrow. If I don't find it, I'll go before then.
We've been full closing this out because it doesn't.
Oh, no, it can't be closed until the fines are taken care of.
Well, no, I understand it, but, doesn't provide the, tag and all.
Then we would go ahead and leave the property.
We should just have this next time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll bring you guys $8,000 for paying.
This will be table, when you should table this till next month, because can't close it till.
Case number CD -25-042, I make a motion to take this until, September,
Second,
No, we're not.
September 7th.
One second.
September 17th.
But they always like to.
Judy.
Second.
I have a motion in a second, all in favor?
I,
Motion passes 5-0.
Dell and Michael,
Next item is 6.3. For the same address, and same property owner. This number CE 25-0443. For township in violation of section 8.4.10 of regulation of touch on the properties and site the objects all around the property. This violation is still not confined. There's an $8,000 fine when adjudicated.
Was that including the other parties then? That including the other parties then?
Vehicle, no, that's a different violation. He just is covered them with his house. Yes.
Was the fact that it was uncovered, was that part of the unsightliness?
No, it's the
It's a different
cans.
violation with, which is a different violation for the cover of the vehicle. This particular violation is for the objects. There's a lot of unsightly objects around the block.
Yeah.
Buckets.
You, Mr. Parker? What say you?
I say this weekend it'll be done. I need help for that. I can't pick anything up and like heavy stuff and I've got to recover from surgery, so I'm gonna have help this weekend to clear out the garage and some stuff and take it to dump that.
You think you can do it with your
Yeah,
position?
Yeah, no, I'll, my cousin already told me.
Well, have you been in contact with Doreen about?
Yes, we can contact with the.
What about-
officer up there.
So,
Yes, it is. Yeah, he stated today that he's going to bring over the weekend. Remove all the unsighted. Those objects.
We're about to take the one.
no, but
I guess, 20th?
yeah, I was thinking 2 weeks, whatever. That works out too. That's all it's in 20th.
That 2 weekends?
That's 2 weekends. Yeah, this weekend and following.
You have enough time, 2 weekends? Right.
Thank you. So, getting to, being to October. Saying October, I'm moving along even faster, right?
August.
Like it's 20th for when, so we'll proceed with the intention, not 75.
So, well, I'd like to go ahead and make a motion to, case number CE dash 10 dash 0443, that, give the, property owner until August the 20th to have the, property cleared, cleaned and items removed and notify the village. If not, direct the village to receive the, lien, $8,000 as of August the 6th, plus the filing fees, plus additional administrative costs of $250.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Thank you, sir.
But you need to, once again, once you comply with it, let the village know they'll inspect it, and then you need to do the same thing for fine reduction. Okay?
Wait, I think you get one more, no?
Last
Now, what's that? Talk about it.
I state for this property is under 7.15. Same address, same property owner, and it's case number CE 25-0438 for found in violation of section 8.4.2 property maintenance. They had a road vehicle cover that had been in that condition for a very long time. However, I'm glad to report today that they have complied.
Oh, I watched them, I did that.
Yeah. Keep it in there. To, start a line or.
Hey, where's something? Maybe $8,000.
So far, it's like, from my recollection, it's 16,250 plus administrative.
Yeah, that's true, you probably get that.
I put it on the market.
So, what do you recommend? What do you want to do? In, CE 25-0438, motion to close the case to the complaints.
I'll second. Compliance.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes 5-0.
Next.
Yeah. Thanks a
Now
lot.
you're done.
Like to make a motion, I guess I'm going
Places under section 7 and 7.19. For the address 11872 Griffin Boulevard. It's not a CP -25 The home of Hayes runs and you know, right at the base. Please. We're asking for an order of enforcement, we'll come to the violation of chapter 5.6 off-street parking. A driver does not meet the design standards.
This is the resolution.
Griffin. Have to look at that picture. Rafael?
Yes.
11872. 7.19.
What number is it?
I'll let the officer, we can split them.
How are you? Are you? I'm not Mark Brown, I spoke, I got stated from there, I spoke to another one, yeah. Yes, contact has been made with, the property owners, Ms. Kathleen and Mr. John. And they are going to. Not sure if you, yeah, but have you?
I believe the question was it for property maintenance or?
Driveway.
Replace the entire driveway. The driveway is over 50% non-conforming. Yes.
So, should I speak now? My name is John Marquette, I'm back in Providence, based in Minnesota. I spoke to Ralph last week, I complimented him for being kind and helpful. So based on his instruction, since I spoke to you, I secured a contractor for the driveway. The city got all of the documents, so we can submit tomorrow. And then we're gonna address the same thing, that is the issue of the paint on the house as well. So our intent is to buy it immediately and get back on this. I've been away a lot lately, just last few months with some kind of issues in Minnesota, but I'm now back full time. And get all this addressed again. I'm sorry it even happened. I lived in this community a year and a half, beautiful place, and I appreciate the beauty of it, so we want this addressed immediately. So so tomorrow, well, my contractor asked me to get the documents today from the city, which I did. So he'll be submitting tomorrow.
Yeah, he came today. He came to the city today.
Starting next day.
He came to the city today.
So, yeah.
I gave him all the information.
So, right.
Yes.
So then I'll get a submission paper, so I would say they did the 8th one, so about October the 6th.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, because I don't think you'll have it in by next
So
week.
it has to go through design review as well.
Mhm.
Yes, okay. And is that information normal contractor would know, or do I have to do a design or?
If they have any doubts, it's always critical for, have the contract, the responsibility.
I'll come with them. That's highly referred, so I'm sure you can do it.
It's just so much thinking like that's.
So how- yeah.
Calm down.
He's in the area, so I can come with him early next week, just busy for the end of the week, but I think he can submit online tomorrow. Okay.
Mr. John, Ms. Vanessa gave you the package, do you have the package?
I have it.
Okay, so that's all the information.
Right,
we
I got all the
Contractor will
forms
need.
for today, thank you.
If he's done working, you can take part, you know.
I believe he has, he's very familiar with it, so I'll verify that tomorrow. But he works all over there, including, I'm sure.
So you'll submit the papers and then they'll give you a date for the planning and design. And then you'll go there, show them, they'll either approve it or tell you that everything's changed. and then you get your answers, so
Okay,
that's why we give you time.
I appreciate that.
Okay, in case number CE 45-0426, a violation has occurred. Give the property owner until October 7th to completely and pay for proper permitting. If it is not secured by October 7th, a $250 daily fine and a $250 administrative fee.
I may just recap, so by October sixth, the driveway has to
Well,
be
I
done.
October 7th.
I said that, sorry. October 7th,
The permit has to be done.
okay, the permit has to be done.
Fully issued.
Right.
It's for-
Fully
it's-
issued
that
and
means- Yeah, it's approved and it's paid for,
Understood.
so it gives you three full, well, really four planning and design hearings, but I don't think you'll make the first one, which would be August the 18th. The documents have to be submitted a week prior. So, it gives you four,
I'll try that, what's the next one after the 18th?
the 8th, September 8th, and then the 22nd, and then October the 6th.
So it's not like I need to set our 8th, we'll do the 18th, I'll find out tomorrow. Contract.
He breaks ground after that, that's fine.
Okay.
As long as you have-
For just the permit.
Understood, that's, okay,
And is there a daily fine?
Question is, if it's not secured by October 7th, then it's $250 daily fine and $250 administrative fee.
understood.
I'll second.
First and second, all in favor?
I just want to clarify. Is, you already said an administrative fee, a violation and administrative fee, and then you said a daily fine, and then.
Sorry. I mean, one of these.
I really appreciate that, Carol.
Violation fine $250, administrative fee of $250, daily fine only if the permit is not fully secured by October 7th of $250.
It's clear now, thank you.
Answer.
First and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, motion passes 5-0.
My first time to walk out and find it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, thank you, yes.
That,
Thank you so much.
My passing is 7.9, and it's for the address 1017, 115th Street. It's okay, number 25-0591 for highway for the reason.
I'm sorry, you're reading the number again.
Item number 7.9. We're found to be in violation of section 16.14, double T permits. The building official put a stop order on this, construction site because the work that was done, some of the work that was done was out of scope. They are now in compliance, the building official can come to us and has lifted, let us know that he has lifted the stop order. They're in compliance, and we are asking for a finding of fact.
What was the original permit for?
I think I did shit.
Yeah. The original permit was for,
Identify yourself in your relationship to the property.
yes, I'm Carlo Doritti, I'm the owner of the property. So the original permit was for a small addition and relocation of the kitchen. This permit included as well mechanical work, because included as well the substitution of the AC. So when we were doing the work in the ceiling, the AC contractor discovered that all the conduits, the ducts that were already there, that we were supposed to keep, I mean, they were completely destroyed. So the decision was made to just change them in the same situation as they were originally, without asking for a permit. And while doing an inspection that was planned, the inspector told us that was not possible. So, so order was given,
we rushed it to have submit the plans, and then it was approved recently.
Have they, the additional permit?
They have, they have, taken care of everything that was done outside of the scope of work that was permitted has been added to the permit and has been through. Scope of work has been lifted.
And you did it expeditiously.
They can be very good.
Yeah, we submitted on the 29th, like 1 week. And then also, kind enough, the official as well to expedite the approval, so thank them as well. And yes, we have the approval. Any questions?
Yeah, I'd make a motion on case number C 2-25-0591, that a violation did occur, assess a fine of given the fact that the property owner, complied, quickly and secured the necessary permits, waive the, state fee.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
The opposed motion passes 5-0. Thank you, sir. Thank you for taking care of it so quickly.
Of course, my pleasure, and thank you myself. Thank you. Another day, thank you.
I'll ask the board if I can call, 6.4. That's because the property owner is on the stage right now. We can, they can go, this line. So it's 6.4. And for the address 12023, this morning, they have to go ahead and swear me.
Ben? Can you hear me?
Hey, good
Ben, can you hear
afternoon.
me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
Yes, I
please
can
raise
hear
your
you.
right
Go ahead.
hand.
Hold on a second, hold on. If anybody over here who's gonna testify, on this side of the room.
Give me a moment.
Who's gonna testify?
Oh, later on, yeah.
Yes, so then why don't you stand up so you get sworn in when you get.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to-
Were you sworn in? I did.
Yeah, you would not.
Yeah, I did.
You? Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do,
Thank you.
I do.
3.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is 12022, Brooklyn Boulevard, and the number is CEN -24-190. This stuff will be, it will roll. And his wife Carmen, were found to be in violation of section 16.3 building permits. They had installed windows without first obtaining permits. They are asking for more time. The note that I got was he was unable to attend, however, he has made effort to attend, via Zoom. They have had, fines run up to $57,000. They did pay the 500, which was the 250 administrative, but 250 violation fine, however, because the permits were not obtained, the 250 fine continued to run. Property owner is asking for more time to be able to sort out permits. With the building department.
This looks like the last communication I'm seeing is back in April. Yes, this approved. And also, this is the part that really I found a little concerning. After you spent. Oh, I'm sorry. Sir, can you hear me okay?
Go ahead, start again.
He said, go ahead, start again.
I can,
Can you hear me?
yes, I can.
Thank you. I'm looking at the statement that says. Applicant cannot submit an owner builder permit. But have they secured a contract?
We can answer for this.
Sir, my question would be. Have you secured a contractor for obtaining this permit?
I have a contractor who suggested to me, because he read the feedback from the inspector, and he said it didn't make sense to him. He said to me, go to the village and ask for the inspector to review these notes because some of these things, they contradict each other. So I went in person to the village and the inspector pulled the permit, looked at it, and he himself said that the comments were contradictory and some of them were against the Florida statute as far as my right as an owner. What he agreed to do is to meet with me at 2 p.m. tomorrow. He's going to review the entire case today. He was doing that, and then tomorrow at 2 p.m. I'll be at the village hall to meet with him so he can actually explain what needs to be corrected because he could not ascertain what corrections should be made because the notes were contradictory. And Ms. Grant, I believe, was that information was shared with Ms. Grant as well.
Yes, I was there, and just to add to what he said, he met with the assistant building official, and they decided they were gonna have a meeting to go through the process again because they found some irregular routines in what happened with the review. So the building official suggested that he wanted to sit down with him in a few days and go through everything to make sure they know the status of the permit.
You see irregularities to the paperwork or with?
It was with some of the comments that were in the comments by inspectors, yes.
So what was the irregularity? The comments or what was being submitted?
It wasn't what was being submitted. I believe that one or two of the comments were not required. What the inspector was asking for was not really required per the building official. But without me giving out too much information, when I don't have the clarity of what their discussion was, I would suggest we give them time to have this meeting set up.
Correct. So, what would be realistic? Sir, could you tell us what do you feel is realistic that you can have all the missing documentation in?
Based on the contractor that I have retained, he said to me that the most he would need is 2 weeks. I'm asking for 30 days out of abundance of caution, but to me, based on what this gentleman has stated to me, and he's coming to meet with me on Monday of next week, I'm confident that 2 weeks is enough based on what he told me and based on my meeting with the village inspector, where he said many of the comments did not apply to me and didn't make sense. So I feel more confident now that we can overcome whatever the objections were.
So you think 30 days is enough time?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that.
With him being, with so much going on, I feel that everything just, when you're doing onto approve, that should give him a little more time, so it's not really hit. He's not, and he's a period trying to get it together.
I'm in full agreement, but this doesn't have to go, does it have to go before P and Z? No, it's just for the permit. So,
It's not after the fact.
yeah, it's an after the fact permit, but once again, so to me, should we just table it, not bring it back for a progress report next month?
That's, okay, that'll work, that makes it much less complicated.
And that gives 30 days to,
Sure.
a little over 30 days, so.
So we
Yeah.
bring it back to the September 17th meeting for progress report.
Because I do see it seems the property owner and resident is cooperating and trying to clear it up, so I'd like to see that's just the table.
That's your motion, I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, motion passes 5-0. Sir, your case will be tabled until the September 17th code board meeting. So we'll see you back then for a progress report.
I appreciate it. I intend to have all this covered within the next couple of weeks. Thank you very much.
But I got one question for you, Mr. Figueroa. Can you hear
Yes, sir.
me? Where you headed?
Yes, I'm heading back to Miami from Denver.
Raymond.
All right. Safe travels.
Yeah, so thank you. I should be landing this evening about 10 p.m.
Bye.
Say anybody's at a
All right, bye.
That's pretty good.
Never had that good a one, I think.
No, right?
Next item, 7.20.
I'm sorry, 7.20.
And it's for the address 11920 North East 11th Place. The case number CE 25-0178, property owner is Lima Perez. It was found to be in violation of section 8.4.3.1, part to maintenance. It has top and you for a very long time. You will remember this case, you had given them time to sort through their insurance. And she's here for a problem. We are here for a problem before.
Is this still in the same position as boards before?
They're talking still on the right.
Yeah, the insurance situation. Well, identify yourself as the.
Oh, you know, for us, the property one.
Okay, tell us some good news.
So I had a trial period set for August. I had a trial period set for August for that case of the insurance and it got postponed till November. Before we made the trial period, so now trial period is November 3rd to the 28th with the calendar call on October 3rd.
Who's the judge on that case?
Ooh,
Is it in Miami?
yeah, and
And who's the insurance company? Citizens?
citizens,
Who's your lawyer?
I don't, and Danny Bacopa, but he's part of.
Is it the one that's?
Yeah, it's the same one, it's the same group, the same practice, yeah. Moran's law. But based out of Brooklyn.
Well, why did they deny your claim? Did they say it was like notice? Did they say it was wear and tear? What did they say?
They said it was wear and tear.
You said it was a week for the opening?
Yeah.
Geez,
There was a storm, tropical storm Alex and Alexander, this was like 2 years ago, I've been dealing with them now for over 2-3 years at this point.
Well, I do have to commend you, giving me your review of the every effort to keep that booth looking good,
I'm trying.
nicely covered. I've got to give you credit for that. I mean,
They did a good job of shrink wrap.
Yeah.
So
you wouldn't know if we didn't have that. You want that?
it does, there was several openings that got like 10 or 12 openings. There's just a full roof replacement at this point.
And you've been totally responsible.
And we're in urgency.
Who's your expert?
Well, I went through the public adjuster, so they secured a couple of experts. I think Citizens had one expert, but they can't find him. They tried to depose him several times, he hasn't shown up, so.
What's sad is it's the first story I've ever heard. Where people literally are.
We went to mediation and that didn't turn out well, so we moved to trial.
Which is okay.
And sure, very high. So
Yeah, they don't catch any slack on that.
Nope.
either. I had a bad with Citizens when I lost my return Hurricane Wilma.
this was a tropical storm, Alex, Alexander, it was like 3 years ago at this point. Yeah.
My entire roof was hanging on the fence.
So, please now is scheduled for November.
November calendar.
Shall we see you back on the second? Or I think I would say let's.
About
December. For progress.
So there's a chance that she doesn't go in November either. It's COVID.
If now you're gonna run into holidays.
Yeah.
That'll be the next system.
That's fine.
Okay, I'll make a motion for in case number CD 25-0178, the table until December 17th meeting for progress report.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you.
Who's second?
Thank you, I'll give you.
Michael and I at the same time.
There was a tie. Between these two. Pick one.
You did the last one, I did this.
And item 7.18. 7.18. And this for the address 11800 Northeast Eighth Avenue. It's case number CP 25-0427. Avenue Jane Road.
On weeks, still on.
Fairly, do you think that I need to put on, does anything change, and then we, sorry,
No found to be in violation of section 16.14 that will be permits. They installed a garage door without first obtaining a permit. A permit has been applied for, and the next step will be for the to go to PND with our national plan. Working towards.
They're already in the process.
Yeah, in the process.
questions from the board? There's already a
We've been out of town for quite a while with the hero. I just got back like this month. Fortunately, architect and engineer took one of that time. Already got architects going. Now engineers working on legalizing. But it's also. So I'm working on this and I'm asking if you guys can. And you have permit application submitted to the city. I do have already next door. The door is paint really well, but it's custom made door. It's not made, it's not a deeper door, it's not. But it's. It was made custom. Previous goal was actually improved. I actually have 13 shutters as a property, and I can still need to do this double doors. So, well, they're gonna ask the architect, add that to the front. So if you guys could just give me a little bit more time and stay. Always, for the session, make sure.
Yeah, good.
So, we hear is the off of the city.
I'm thinking in this case, this is custom made. Almost never released anything like that before, things they hadn't seen before, we got, yeah, we gotta do at least, obviously.
No,
I'm sorry. I do not.
They saying August or October.
October.
Is in.
October.
October 8th.
Oh, that way.
No, but my question, if I will be able to get everything ready, I go back to the city, submit the documents, apply to the permit, and if the city doesn't have any questions, then probably, I just, how is it? People can do this.
Yeah. You've already applied for your permit, you have all the criteria, you need to submit your designs and all, so it goes before the planning and design committee. If everything's in order, it's approved, then you pay for your permit, you have a fully issued permit that's for the work that's already done. Pay for that.
But we're trying to give you time in case there are
Yes,
issues.
Right. And so we're thinking about, the suggestion is till October the 8th, that way. October the 6th would give you, you have a total of 4 E&D planning and design hearings to go to. Each hearing, you have to submit your paperwork a week in advance. So the next one is August the 18th. You have to have your paperwork in by next. Probably won't make it. So the next one will be September 8th. Have it in at the first of September, end of August. And then you do it. So you work with the village, not on the specific dates, but if you talk to them, they'll give you good information about what you need. But this gives you basically till October the 8th to have a fully issued and paid for permit. Okay, sounds good. So sounds good. I'd like to make a motion. On case number CE-25-0407, violation has occurred. That's fine, $250, administrative deposit $250. Get the property owner until October the 8th, have a fully issued pay for permit. If not, daily fine of $250 per day.
I'll second. Motion is second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Thank you.
Take care, everyone. So just for the questions going to the city during the day that.
And you run into hiccups, talk to the village about, if you come back and say, listen, I've been on top of this working. Was it a difficult thing? Just, did you come back?
Very beautiful, and if you each go, you can do it.
Very impressive, yeah. And I appreciate it, and it's very.
On us, they have a great job maintaining our property.
Yes, it looks very nice.
Yeah, yeah, it's very, very, the landscaping, the landscaping, yeah, it looks very.
Yes, no, that was the breath of people. Very nice. I think very nice. Have a good day.
Next item is in section 8, and it's 8.1. The address 701 North East 119th Street. This is case number CE 25-0248, Argenta Investments, signature of the respectfully counts. Augustina Burning. 8.1. It's fine. This violation was for the driveway that was installed without permits. They are now in compliance and are asking for fine reduction for the funds that have run. Okay, how that is.
8,000. 800. And it appears that. The fine reduction question was because the contractor was. Got violations on the.
8,000, yeah. Basically, we're doing, we wanted to charge maybe, on site.
Just tell us your name
Alpina Fernandez, I'm the agent, the primary agent from the LLC that also owns.
and the what, listing,
The registered agent.
or registered agent. Okay.
They were here last month.
Right.
And as this year's been working actively with the village to center all this and within the process of getting it. So.
And, what are your thoughts on,
Our recommendation is $1,000. $1,000.
The 8,000 currently outstanding is for 500 of that, one is for a violation and for an administrative fee.
Take that back to 800.
All right.
Yeah.
$800.
Well, if I may speak, I was gonna say, I, not because it's 10%. Because sometimes it's like, well,
Yes.
I go look at number one, whether it's a homesteaded property or not. Number two, the cooperation from the property owner. And I must say that, this property's been before us, but the property owner has been, responsive when brought forward. Maybe takes a little time, but been very responsive, so. I would like to accept the, offer of $800 and.
While you make the comment on the form that kind of the contractor, that doesn't enter into it, but for me, what does? I feel like you work it, you clean the lines actually much quicker than a lot of other things we've seen. Yeah, I am more than willing to accept the 800.
Thanks.
Okay, now I'd like to make a motion on case number C. -25-0248. That, to accept the fine reduction offer of $800. Paid by August the 20th.
This one's supposed to village tomorrow, I'm here to correct it.
That'll be 2 weeks, August the 20th. Okay, to be paid by August the 20th, If not, the fine reverts back with an ongoing deal. No. The bond reverts at $8,000. Yes.
I'll second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes.
Thank you, everyone.
Guys, try to 20 of them.
Thank you. Good night.
Wow.
It's item is old business, section 6, and item number 6.1. So the address 11320 is the 11th place. And this is for case number CEN 24-274, and Associates LLC. Will be carried over with the statement council for Jason. They're here for a progress report, this violation is for the driveway. The permit has been issued, in fact, the report. Was issued April 26, 2025, they have started the work. But we have outstanding funds of $41,750.
4 inch here for the driveway.
That's correct.
Oh, I saw it when I really walked there, bring it out, I said, oh, you guys stuck with
Yeah, we
go with
took
that.
care of it. We took care of it.
Looks great.
Thank God.
This last one, we looked quite sure.
We might go.
Yeah. I think it's better that way, because if the car comes up, you look out your window, you look at the car.
Exactly.
No,
That
yeah.
was another kind of check.
Where are we tonight?
I mean, better, it's better.
Yeah.
I don't get.
6.1.
What's that?
I think we reported in this extra line.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have any forms outside of the original form.
And we're gonna cover.
So.
Oh,
We're trying to get there.
It is, I mean, we already have
Now we got.
a realtor, so we have the finish line.
That's in September or something, right? That's the.
September 1st, it's our deadline.
So right now, basically, all we're looking at is we've already stopped the fines.
Right.
And we're just looking at the progress report that you're now in compliance and.
And then our to come back for the
Yes.
sign reduction.
Well, if not, then we'll request it until this moves the lien. You bring it back the lien, right?
Yes. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So basically, at this point, there's nothing with no action for us, and it schedules on you folks.
So the process is we have to send a form, we have
You don't have to do
If
that.
there is a $50 charge, you'll fill out the form to fine reduction. Try to get back to us next month.
Okay,
And thank you.
thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. for your patience with this process.
Good job that you sold the house.
That's the
Yeah,
goal.
bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
But we didn't make a motion.
Alright.
But I can be.
On the note, from this progress,
Yes,
Oh, we're gonna take it in.
they're in compliance.
so this is compliant and
Okay.
So everything is done, so we'll see you.
Was there a daily?
No, it's stopped.
it's not, but
In
they're
April.
compliant.
So I'll make a motion CEN -24-274 that the property is now in compliance and recommend on reduction of the property owners to said. We send it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I go item is 7.6. And it's for the address 1008 Northeast 114th Street. Case number 0545. The property owner was 748 development LLC. Their representative agent, Mr. George. We therefore finding of fact, they were found to be in violation of section 7.5.2. Parking of commercial vehicles in residential areas. They have an excavator parked in front of a construction site overnight, actually for 4 nights. And the neighbors complained a lot.
And what was last meeting?
What was,
Those last meeting?
the neighbors complained, they called City Hall every day, 2 different neighbors will come to City Hall every night. This equipment is still here.
Mhm.
I've been there several times and it was still there.
huge excavator, property runner. We were saying,
My concern is, we have nothing. There's nothing here that can set up. There's no documentation. There's paper. There's paper.
What?
Oh, you said there's a documentation about the overnight.
Oh, the overnight picture?
Something more, there's nothing that got me off more, there is one, mine.
Oh, that's a property owner.
The property owner.
Oh. That's critical. Are you? I'm looking at daytime pictures.
Yeah, we moved that every night.
So if you wouldn't mind, we can meet, your name.
My name is Carlos Verdaga. I'm one of the owners of the LLC, for 1008 Northeast 114th Street.
And he has been in touch with us. We did reach out to him once, we received the complaint, so, and, he said that they had an issue with.
Yeah,
taking go ahead and explain.
I think our neighbors complaining is, beyond, I mean, they call for everything and for anything all the time. We try to keep everything clean. This is an excavator for the septic tank. Septic tank to 90% of front yard. And then we have that fence in the middle. So that was pretty much nothing we could do. The site you do, it was parked outside, like not on the street, but it was on the driveway side by the fence. They got parked there on Friday, we moved it on Monday.
This is new construction on the south side of 114.
This is the new construction, yes, sir.
Okay. Two-story one?
Yes.
Big.
What?
It's the highest building in the village.
Yeah, it was parked, we had an inspection on Monday, then we covered everything on Monday, once we were able to move it.
Yeah, picture, for the residential neighborhood, or looking to do some light or that or nothing.
I mean, it's a construction site, I get it, we have a fence for a reason, but, I think, if we leave an excavator outside for 2-3 weeks, I get it, but other than that, we don't have. I mean, we didn't see it anywhere where one of the laws is like, you don't leave an excavator outside. But again, this is all part of the neighborhoods, they call for everything, they both have my phone number.
That we're not here for, we're only here for.
Yeah.
Probably now because the house. Right, they're probably driving out their house, probably have the shade on their house.
Oh my gosh, Michael.
Any other, they should be that.
No, she works.
Should be planning their own homes.
I have to say that excavator is no longer there, so we have people finding that.
There are no more board comments. We can move to the motion.
I'd make a motion in case number CE-5-0545, that a violation did occur. It's now in compliance, says fine, $20 administrative costs.
I'll second. All in favor? Motion, any opposed, motion passes 5-0.
Next case is 7.8. Same address, same property owner. Case number CP-25-0547. This was from violation of section 1825, construction plans requirement. The construction plans was in disrepair. However, I'm glad to report that it's now in compliance. The family was there. We asked them to close the case.
This one was fine.
Yeah,
You're asking to close the case?
I'm asking to close the case.
So they responded quickly.
It's over.
No question. Go ahead.
Okay.
Any questions? Okay, then I'd like to make a motion. In case number CE-25-0546. A violation has occurred within the city of Lake City compliance, close the case.
Second.
All in favor?
Got the CDN on. Got it, 547.
Oh, five.
No, it's 3 cases.
7. Oops, sorry. Can you rephrase that?
In case number 325-054-7, violation was occurred to pay 60 fines for this case.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
That's just the same reason we open up, that's.
They're reading.
But subdivision.
546.
Next one is 7.
What's
7.
square feet? Which, how many square feet is that house? 3,800? How many? 3,800? Oh, it's bigger. Looks big. Big. Big.
Do another piece.
7.7. Asking for a finding of fact, still found to be a violation of section 18.3 responsibilities that owners. There was, when I did the inspection for the excavator, I noticed that they had a pile of, concrete / sand / dirt. In the front of the construction thing. Now, the rules for construction sites are all the material, especially material that will run over, like concrete and sand and dirt, is supposed to be the time difference. And this is what this time means.
This wasn't, this didn't say that over there.
No, I observed the violation when I lived there for the inspection.
Yeah, but we move it out, we finish it up and then we put it back inside the fence.
Correct, we can't leave it outside of the fence, whether it's for 2 hours or whatever it's. And the workers do not, they will let that. That's because this means that, is the reason we need to have a construction fences to protect. Because.
Yeah, it's just that the size of the septic. And also that's is higher. Front yard, yeah, that's why we open up the fence. This 3 violation, they all combined. We open up the fence, so we can do all the dirt out. And then we did the drain field, then we put the dirt in and we go the fence. So everything is pretty much the same thing. The only thing that didn't fit in was the excavator. That's the reason why it's not outside for inspection, and then once inspection passed, over everything up. Everything was a thing of like 3 days, 4 days max.
But you can picture the surrounding neighbors, street and that's not, when all of that ends up. In the street, when people charge from cars.
No, I understand, but we are, we're always trying to, we had a big cleanup day after that. We clean everything up. And that's what we try to do. That's what we try to do for everybody.
I'm sure you realize, especially critical this time of year, but you don't know when the storm will pop up. Keeping everything, is even more critical.
Right. I just have one question, Doreen, were they very responsive and had it with.
I'll say they were very responsive, they have been very responsive, and I would like to mention to the board that. It wasn't just one complaint, I've had several complaints about concrete running over, and I've been there several times. However, because they complied immediately, I didn't really issue that.
Every time I have a concrete quarry or moving dirt or somebody or something like that, I have a crew ready to clean right up.
However, the call comes to me, so I have to go there.
Like for example, that big floor that we had, that you came over, the police came over with cold water, the cement was running down the street. Right after we finished, I saw that last little 4 people cleaning everything up from the whole corner back to my property. And
I'm waiting, sometimes I've waited there and watched you finish up.
yeah, we do it. You know, I live in the park, I love the park, so I know what being a neighbor is, but we are always, you know.
You have multiple projects here, right?
I have 4 local projects,
Right.
and I did that one.
So,
Obviously,
what is the condition of the property currently?
It's still very much under construction.
I mean,
Even the dirt is not there, they moved it back into the construction.
yeah, now we have a cleaning crew for this weekend, for the grass, the pond and everything.
They have been very responsive, they used to be bad, but like I say, every time they like issue, the calls come and I have to go.
Comfortable, and they are in compliance.
I am comfortable, but as of today.
What do you recommend? The other one?
Be fair.
I would recommend it was. Okay. In case, see, if there's any more protocols. Or in case CE 25-0546. Violation has occurred, they have since come in compliance, close case.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes 5-0.
Okay, makes it very difficult with the front yards, all because
Exactly.
separate thing.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the neighbors have to live with major construction sites, like in the city or three.
So that one is, abandoned for, a year and a half. Yes, since I bought the lot, it hasn't moved anywhere. Hasn't. Yeah. What do you call that one? What? Would you call that house a fun? It's like, home? It's the Ferguson bed. Oh, I thought you probably Taco Bell. Oh, Taco Bell, yeah, Taco Bell there.
Thank you, everything.
Thank you. Just a question, I also moved from this, for the excavator, is that $215 ton? It's
500.
50.
Okay.
You got one fine, you got two, where you got off, so.
All right, sounds good.
We're ahead of the game.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Everybody.
Yes, item section 7 of business is item number 7.1. So the address 690 North East 121st Street. 7.1.
I think you wanted to better.
Sure.
Right.
It's for the same vehicle. Okay, I'll read both of them together. First, case number CPN-24-829. Functioning by General Section 9.17 abandoned properties. There's a green Ford Explorer that is parked on the property with an expired registration. The other case is CPN-24-6 same address, same owner, which is Olivia Almagro. Abandoned property again 19.7. The front passenger tire is flat. This lady called me this afternoon and said that she was ordering a new cover for the vehicle. She doesn't drive it. She has no intentions of registering it at the moment. So she would like to just completely cover the vehicle. She ordered the vehicle, the cover as we were speaking. So she's asking for a little bit of time, so she can get this in the mail and cover it for the vehicle.
Right.
Go ahead. No.
My first question, why 2 citations? Because it would seem to be the crux of the citation is whether or not we find abandoned property.
Right.
Well, the 2 different things noted, the registration of the tire, are 2 things that would perhaps lead us to say yes, it is. But would you then, if there was a cracked windshield, it would be another citation, and one for this and order panel, so that's why I don't understand why 2. It kind of seems.
I see my point, and we would have issued the violation with 2 sections and give the description with the flat tire and the registration. We could have done it.
And my question is covering an abandoned vehicle, not making it an abandoned vehicle?
It is compliance, as long as we cannot see, that, and we cannot see the deterioration, then it's considered compliance.
So my question would be, do we not dismiss one of these 2 and then deal on the other?
Absolutely, the board has.
That's what I was thinking, the people is just an abandoned property, and what needs to happen, to bring it into compliance. So.
That would be nice, and so if it's okay, nobody has any, if nobody has any other questions on agenda item 7.2, which is item, please number CPN 24-60. I would say there's a duplicate, and let's dismiss that case. Yes, all in favor?
Aye.
You got it, Mike.
Passes 5-0.
Yeah, the one that's left, I mean, like, how? I mean, how expeditiously she.
Ordered it today, according to her. We had 2 weeks.
Well, we noticed that the courtesy notice was in back in February of 2024. Then we had apply by March the 13th, 2024. The notice of violation was in May the 22nd of 2024, June of 2024, and now it's over a year and a year and almost a year, 2 months almost.
Yes,
There's
so
been
somebody
no
has
complaint.
had some issues with our health, work.
She also, I don't know if you remember, but she had, yeah.
They-
Yeah, I have no problems working, it's just the amount of time and has there been cooperation the whole time with regards to
Yes,
securing?
You're right now, it's an awful long
Not
time.
been cooperating, it's been a year.
Yeah.
She
So
doesn't,
we go and we knock on the door, sometimes she's there, sometimes she's not there, and we email, and sometimes we get a response, sometimes not, but she's very cooperative with us, being
I
her.
had cooperation that we've seen on several cases.
Yes.
And in those cases, we owe those property owners some fine. But this started February of year, that's a long time to get fucking.
If I may ask, she did order a cover, but it was too small. I think you can probably, I'm not sure if you can see it in the picture. So she put it on, but she still was not in compliance.
But it's probably the tires, so it's still
Yeah.
the flat tire.
So that,
You're still,
very
I don't know where that is, see which case that was.
So she attempted to comply.
She did.
Okay, but even
yes.
that
very
was
good.
July, that was July of last year, but we're still looking at, you know,
Yeah.
I remember this lady coming in with those other violations and it seems like it's very, you know, a lot of problems with, you know, I think she also has a financial problem.
Yeah, she does have financial problems, she's a teacher and.
A teacher.
She's a teacher, yes. Actor, student loans.
Hey, I mean, if you look at that, her lines in there, those lines have been that exact condition probably for about 8 years.
yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know, I mean, look, I mean, she's not on the same level as the people that we saw tonight, but, I mean, everything's on a case by case basis. I remember this lady, I would like to give her some time to. If she just ordered it, then give her a couple weeks before we post anything.
But we have a hearing next month. Motion.
Or, I think I would. I'll make the motion. On CBN 24-60.
No, 5 9.
Oh, you just this. Motion on item number 7.1 CBN 24-59, to, provide extension till the date, September 6th meeting for the progress report.
And the 17th.
September 7th.
Yeah.
Everybody understand?
Yeah.
Right. You have a second?
So give her until September 17th for Congress report,
Yes.
second for discussion. If she does not come back, having that item covered by then, $250 fine, daily. Except that, permanently.
with, $250 administrative fee, because you used to have a lot of staff time. I don't worry so much about the fines, I worry more about the amount of time it's taking of our staff to get her to comply with something that's been going on for
A year and a half. I could be persuaded you guys agree to move up to September
for the progress report, but only if we do in, like Judy said, the administrative fine and the daily fine, if that's not compliance by your meeting.
Okay, I'll amend 2459 to, September 17th for a progress report, at which time if the car is not covered, $250 administrative fee and $250 daily fine.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes by zero.
Next two items are 7.3 and 7.4. And it is 820 North East 115th Street. It's on the CE 25-0511. Property owner is 820 display 11 Fifth, 115. LLC, in care of the registered agent, Brenda Donald. We're asking for an order of enforcement, which is a found to be in violation of section 16.14.1, WP permits. They were using a construction dumpster without first obtaining a permit. And for the next case of enforcement, owners, they have this, case number CE-25-0512, asking for an order of enforcement. They were using a construction dumpster without screening it on a public street.
So one is for having a dumpster there in the set.
We're not screening.
So, yeah, one is for this permit.
The actual being is,
And it's been removed.
The dumpster has been removed, and I'll mention that this is not a homestead, this is, investment property that's been renovated.
any questions? If not, okay.
Sure. Case number CE-25-0511, that, found that the property is about, was in violation, not having a dumpster permit and to issue a fine of $20 and a cost of $20.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes by zero.
Yes.
Second one, number CE-5-0512, the violation has occurred, issue a fine of $250 administrative fee of $250.
Your second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes by zero.
We have a deadline to pay this.
On both of them to be paid by, September the 1st. If not, let's bring it back. For the change that,
Sure.
Aye.
Next item is 7.5. Instead of average 1002 North East 117th Street. This is case number CE 25-0521. Of the owner is PRV-P3 LLC, in care of the registered agent Rondon Alvarez Law PLLC. We are asking for a finding of fact. They were found to be in violation of section 18.3.4.1. They have construction materials, including concrete, steel, runoff onto the public street and as well in front of their neighbor's property. They did comply by cleaning it up. However, when I did this inspection, the neighbor, two neighbors bitterly complained that these huge concrete trucks have been backing up into the driveways, and I saw the marks. And spilling concrete on other people's driveways. So the contractor came in today, we met, and I reiterated that they could not do that to their neighbors. While I couldn't issue a violation for concrete on their neighbor's yard, it's private property, I had to issue the violation for a finding of fact because there was concrete droppings over the public street. You have complied, you have cleaned it up, However, we would like to have a direct finding of fact.
Yeah, so. They make it about the same day.
The same thing, yes, and I went, before I went, I left,
But while they cleaned it up, the effects. Still were
Still-
fine.
correct.
Okay.
And in the package, you will notice that the complaint that came the second time was after we had done this inspection and after they had cleared up. So,
And that's unfortunate, because that's on private property, they then become a civil matter.
correct.
Did they clean up the neighbor's property or no?
They did, but when you read the complaint, from the neighbor, she says that they're still having their truck backing up on the driveway, and sometimes blocking her, she can't come out of her house, because these concrete trucks are lined up in the street right in front of her house.
They broke the sprinkler.
And parts of her driveway were broken.
That's what the email and driving from this. Christian tenant.
Yes,
She mentions in Mr. Reyes, is this Reyes?
it's raised and he was in the office today. Saying he has applied and if you can give him some leniency. So he has done what he's supposed to do, he couldn't come to the hearing because he had to bring his kids to school, or pick up his kids. from school.
If we have no more questions, I'll make a motion. Is case number CB 25-0521, a violation has occurred, it says the $250 fine, $250 admin fee, fines to be paid by 9/1.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
The next one is 7.11. This is for the address 1106 North East 118th Street. Case number CE -25-0593. Property owner is 1106 North East 111th Avenue, LLC, in care of the representative is the Urban Home LLC. Unfortunately, we had to bring these cases back. If you all remember, this property had so many violations and worked so hard to bring them into compliance and resolve with their tenants. However, construction hasn't ended up this project. And now their swimming pool is green with stagnant water. The other violation is case number CP -25-0595. Same address, same property owner. The swimming pool does not have a protective perimeter fence. Now, this is an active construction site, and an active construction site is supposed to have a extra perimeter fence around the pool to protect the
Or it
water.
was just a yard fence.
Correct. But they don't have.
When we explained that last month.
Both of them are not compliant.
But they still haven't remedy pool even with the.
No, they haven't, and they did reach out to me several times, there's property manager reached out to me several times, saying, hey, I was thinking the pool company over there, they're pending today. Saturday, they're pending today, our officer went there this afternoon, or was it yesterday? They are not in compliance.
It was not the project.
Forever.
It's not repeat violations, or is it a no longer?
Unfortunately, it's over a year. If the violations had happened within 12 months, they would have been violations. And it's been over a year since we resolved the application.
Yeah, but it is true. We should want us to see scenes frequently. So, yeah. Well, if there are no questions. Take a motion.
I'll make a motion on case number CE -25-0593, that a violation has occurred, specifying $250 administrative cost of $250 to bring the property, the pool into compliance by 8/27, or $200 per day, fine thereafter.
Second for discussion.
I'll say.
If we can get the orders of enforcement as early as I can get it, which is usually Monday, Vanessa. Ma'am, you think you'll be able to have the orders done by Monday the 11th?
And then mailed out.
Would you consider moving the date up because it's a pool, people go any longer than we have to. If it's,
To the 21st.
um,
I'm just looking
I
at
would
it, given the mail, if you do it on the 11th, and mailed out by the 13th.
don't you do it certified? Or am I wrong?
Certified, how long does that take? I'll write them out.
So in fact, within 3 days.
All right.
Yeah, he's in New York.
And he's based in New York, I
Yeah.
have based here, but then we have the address in New York addresses.
Yeah, if I get the order this Monday, I'll go right in.
We can email them to the property manager, supposed to be
There
there
are
on
a couple of days.
Right, until the 21st. Right, until August. Then. $50 for the fine.
Did I have a second?
Yeah.
Okay. We have first, second, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
that the thing, you go to the whole district.
No, I didn't make much say, so. I don't know. Yeah, you gotta have 0595, that the property is in violation. Issue a fine of $250, administrative cost of $250 for any compliance, by August the 21st, or $250 per day fine thereafter.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
It's a third case, in the same property owners, and it's case number CP /25/0596. For the swimming pool property maintenance, providing a breeding place for students.
Here's my concern, only because I remember all too well, I think probably everybody who was on this board that, on these cases, we had to drop from this property because little things were not done used properly under the law. There's no documentation in this. We would have to depend on documentation from one to the other. There is no documentation. I mean, really, technically,
Do you mean no pictures?
It's the same pictures.
Oh, but you still have to put it in the case. It's a different thing. It will be the same pictures, yes, but they still have to be in the others. I didn't know.
I don't think any attorney wanting to do it, you said, oh, no, okay, you got shot.
Oh, no, no,
over here.
They all have to be separate. I apologize for that. I don't
Correct,
counsel that.
This is correct. So, each one is a different case.
Yes.
One is here on its own, so this one we have to dismiss.
Yes.
Well, it hasn't been rectified.
It hasn't been rectified, we can bring it in. Yes.
Well.
Oh,
I'm
you can be continuing for us to bring up in here.
exactly, I was gonna say, why do we have to dismiss it, when they can just bring it, they can bring it back next month with the proper documentation?
I mean, we already had.
You remember this, we one picture is the same case? Yeah, it's the same picture.
Yeah, I think we already got it covered with the first one, but this one's not properly, not properly set up, to the extent that this would not survive a motion to dismiss it.
But it's actually two different votes.
I know, one is
One
that,
is pretty.
the breeding ground, but it's a breeding ground, and it's like, okay, well, if you looking at the four corners of the of the case, there's no proof that there's a problem. So I think that, I think,
It's
I think that the message is says
it
that
mosquitoes?
violation, but I think this one.
There was mosquito.
No, there wasn't.
Well, I'll just add my 2 cents, also is that. I have a problem with dismissing it, and August the 21st. If we inspect on the 22nd and it's not compliance, if it's in compliance, then guess what, you don't have a mosquito problem. If it's not compliance, cite them ahead of time to bring it to us for the whole separate.
But we couldn't say that was we have the absolutely identical case.
remember I think it's in the property of the 17th, where we did cite the standard water and the breeding room, and we had that precedent, so if you turn that over for once and not to do it now, gives us the party of charges.
Yeah, but the distinction here is that this one with the mosquitoes, there is no documentation to support.
Right, no, that's exactly.
But if they decide to come August the 21st, if it's not complied, they decide at that time and bring it to us, that'll both be a whole separate case.
That works for me.
I'll make a motion on CD 25-0596. To dismiss this case for lack of documentation.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Next item is 7.14. 7.14. It's for the address 11095 Riverview Boulevard, case number CP-25-0479 for Old Tony H LLC, Interior Director, Division, Huron, after the court order of enforcement, it was found to be in violation of section 8.4.7 property maintenance. They have a swimming pool with stagnant water, providing the rated bed storm speeds.
As I recall, the email from the property owner, the thing is, in the email that actually was referencing a case we were last week. So got me a little bit of relevance when she said we're committed to addressing the issue. That was a case we is this in the people? No.
Not for this issue. It's a non-status property, yeah. And the numbers violations and James,
And it's for the same one we just dismissed, but it was this one and that one is this one has got pictures that show a breeding ground for mosquitoes.
correct.
Yeah, this one is fine, right, I see that, but we're gonna handle them two different ways. When was the motion?
Case number CE-25-0479, the violation has occurred. Reconciliation, specified $250, administrative fee of $250, compliance by August the 21st, or $250 per day fine for that.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye, any opposed, motion passes 5-0.
Next item, 7.16. 7.16. For the address 1174 Northeast 6th Avenue. Case number CB-25-0554. Property owners 1174 Northeast 6th Avenue LLC. I would like to mention that the registered agent is not mentioned in this case because their corporate information is inactive. Yes, before an order of enforcement, we're about to be in violation of section 18.5.4, fencing material and maintenance. The construction fence is in disrepair.
This is a vacant property, right?
Yes. They have another case I'd like to read into the record. Case number CE-25-0555. Same property owner, same address. To be in violation of section 8.4.11. Excess growth of grass, weeds, brush, and overgrowth. They have overgrown grass on the property.
Yeah, the question, is it in compliance then?
Raphael.
It's not in compliance.
I'm sorry, with regards to the fence, the first case, CE-25-0554.
They haven't repaired the fence.
So it's not in compliance.
No.
And then with regard to the overgrown grass and shrubbery within the,
So the overgrown grass, when I issued the violation, I issued the violation for overgrown grass on the property. Now, our inspector went out there to get the compliance pictures, however, he took pictures of the outside of the property, so the property is still not in compliance, so I'd like to put that on the record.
I do see one picture through the fence, and it looks like it's overgrown grass and shrubs.
That's what they were cited for.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
It's through this regard, the other pictures.
no, I looked at it first, and I was going, I had question
Mine looks
marks.
that bad.
I had question marks, and then I looked, saw the picture, dated July 2nd. So, it's still, it hasn't been reviewed.
There is no-
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
Okay. In that case, I'll make a motion in CBN 25-0524, violation has occurred. This has fine of $250, $250 admin fee. Property owner from the compliance by August 21st for $250 dealing fine.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
No, that.
One more. Burma. Is there any questions on the overall property? In case number CD 25-0555, violation has occurred, it's a $250 fine, $250 admin, compliance by August 21st for $250 daily.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
And he said, "You brought them into-"
Thank you.
I think I had a question.
Did everybody have time to review?
Full disclosure, I read the majority of it, finish it.
Yeah. On 6.1, I had something different. Six,
And would you like to state what's your difference? Well, that's it.
I had,
Where else would you go?
no, actually, now that I look at it. No, my over. And there was one other one, first two now, let's see if I can do you on that one too. That one. 7.1. It's a 4-1 by
Yeah, one of them was.
Yes, my old
Michael
was,
voted.
Cindy was
For which one?
7.1, 2/3 North, 117th Street, pay from the C dash 25-0455.
Yeah, that
It was a 4-1.
The things in the motion are good.
Yes.
Okay.
You're right, good catch.
That's
Yeah.
what we're doing.
Everything else is good?
Okay, on 7.11, I had written down, they needed to have a fully issued permit by August 7th. And here it says if no compliance is achieved by August 22nd, then the date of the fine.
I have August 27th for $250 per day.
And I figured
I have the
that's-
27.
Okay. So,
Good, 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 thank you.
no problem. Just want to make sure we're on. Thank you.
Vanessa, did you get the one?
4-1, yeah.
4-1.
Yes.
Century.
You ready to that tonight?
No, we need to approve. If nothing else, I'd like to move to approve the minutes of July 16th with the correction to amend. Number
7.1.
7.1
Change it
to reflect approval of 4.
I'll second, all in favor? Aye. Motion passes. 0.
suggestion, building addition. Yeah,
So I mean, what I mean, exactly what you meant, because my understanding was. Yes, there is no doubt about it, in driving in my garden village, and hopefully permits, the just sort of open. And projects that don't get completed, particularly driveways. Seems to be an escalating issue. So, if you would take it over, please, and explain what you meant, and
Well, there was a suggestion made by the assistant building official, Miguel Nunes. And he asked us to suggest to the board. Asked us to suggest to the board to require full compliance on violations that require a building permit before closure of the cold case. There have been several cases, the residents complied with getting their permits issued, however, they neglect to finish their jobs. So there's been several cases like the chairperson describes that permits were issued. And mostly driveways, they abandon the job or they keep extending the permit. So we had an example of a property on 11th Street where they keep extending this permit, they extended it twice, and I believe they're going for the second extension because it's about to expire again. So this driveway will be out there, dug out, no work done for 18 months.
the only thing they've done. Is the parade, and it's becoming a hazard. Because of that right place, I'm sorry, everything into, once you cross the avenue. Becomes rather narrow, very narrow, you're trying to, what I experienced. Cross that street, maybe up the turn. And you've got that house on this side, and you're trying not to run off into the oncoming traffic. It's becoming desert.
Now, we've tried in that particular case to work with the property owner and their contractor. They have a dispute. The property owner tells us, he ran away with the money. He's saying she hasn't paid. Now, we don't want to get into, in between a dispute between a contractor and the property owner. We're looking for compliance. Now, there's been several of these cases now going through permits where permits get to expire, permits get moved up and the jobs are not done. And this is the reason why the building official suggested this.
Do we not do we have discussion as to whether or not a permit can be renewed? It drop off and if it can be renewed?
that was my question.
So that would be a question for the building official, not the code board, because they, of course, the Florida building code.
How did you know that? Should I ask to reach that? Because they sent a text.
This is, yeah, my question would be, at some point, if it's been
It's
one
been a
extension.
couple of times with
It's logical, more multiple extensions with no legitimate reason. I mean, would know that reason said it, other than a dispute.
That would make a lot of sense.
Yes.
How many times
They have to be applied.
We'll check with building on that, she's checking with the page as well.
I like the suggestion. Until we get used to it.
Mhm.
For the next couple meetings, we be reminded that, any, driveway violations, the building code has suggested maybe add that, this little thing to it or something on our agenda, because until we got used to having a fully issued permit, still make mistakes, so.
So I can turn the next question for me. So. We don't close the case until it's actually final. What's the teeth that's in the case that provides that impetus that the property owner knows they not. How do we make it so that it's a sense of urgency? Because unless we give them time, we get very well to do that. What's your sense of urgency?
Well, if we worded it so that they have a fully issued permit by X date, so they have it, now they have what, 6 months worth of, 6 months, right? And a fully issued permit and a fully completed project by that
6 months.
6 months,
Bring
if
it back for a proper sort of.
Yes.
Yeah.
or just to say, or, a daily fine of to, whatever, unless the property owner comes before the board for an extension.
That tends to work.
Because then we're telling them, hey, you have 6 months, if you can't get it, come back with us for an extension or request an extension.
Eventually, we have to do two different things in time.
Yeah.
One would be, if people. Fully execute permits. The second one would be if you do not complete the work or come back in front of us.
Right.
For an extension.
Rafael did an AI question. And it says, yes, in Florida, under the Florida Building Code of section 105.3.2. You can generally request extensions, however, application extension and application for a permit is typically considered abandoned after 180 days. So,
You the last part of it.
an application for a permit is typically considered abandoned after 180 days.
Okay.
So giving them that 6 months, and the fine will start running after 6 months, or whatever the board suggests, would be very helpful in making sure we don't have a bunch of expired permits and jobs and them.
That sounds good.
One other question, there was one case we heard tonight. Oh, well, it's not gonna be in order, it doesn't matter. The driveway on 119,
Yes.
the one where the gentleman is doctor putting a little bit of extension. But it would have been good to have that back in front of us much sooner than it was. This is the first time we've actually heard that case. It languished out there to the system, but I believe it was over a year, I apologize.
Yeah, over a year, and they
Right.
had an extension on the permit, and now they're about to apply for another extension because it's about to expire. So it will be 2 years, so the drive was sitting like that.
Yeah, that was, agenda item 17. He's been languishing for well over a year, so if we
We can bring it back in September to amend the work.
if we had heard that case sooner, this is the first time we did. It might have given him kind of an incentive to move it along, so it's gonna be a lot of, hopefully, bookkeeping as or
Yes.
your part.
We'll have to pay attention to the track of the cases.
But yeah, that works, I think, great idea. And the more we see what we see, we have to start some. Thank you, please, for that. Yes.
And we're finished with that. I've been walking the dog lately.
Yes, I've seen.
In addition, I've been dealing, Miami-Dade County, of course, Blacksey and Allen Griffin. They're several, it's not for the city, it's a village, I mean, because it's a county road. So they've been out for about 4 months. But I was trying to provide them with a address for the number of, where the streetlights are. What I've noticed is that as I walk throughout the village, there are a lot of properties now with these high hedges. But there's no property address, and I can't see the house or property address.
Right.
And I'm just concerned because they're, for the lights that are out, I couldn't, I didn't see the property address.
Thank you for bringing that to our attention. We will do a sweep, that we usually do when we have, complaint like that. And look for those kind of properties that do.
Privacy hedges are.
I just explained that what the fire department requires.
I would say, no complaint, it was just an observation.
Observation.
And yeah,
Yeah, address displays are required by the fire department, so we will do a sweep. With, especially properties with high hedges, and make sure that we can see the address from the street.
And I think a lot of people just don't realize that. I think the idea of the property hedge, when issues are a big deal, and they just don't think, that, well, wait a minute, we can find me, Oh, maybe that's, but anyway, you gotta have it on the sheets. Pure and simple, not that everybody needs 9/11.
well, if there's nothing else. I'd
About
like
the
to-
lights, I'll send this message to the police department, so they can follow up with, Miami-Dade County about the lights that.
It's been 4 months now. And, before that, it was 6 months. Lights were out, they were on for 2 months and then. Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
It's a safety issue, because anything.
Well, there was one time that they had found where people were breaking into those light boxes and stealing.
Yeah.
Like, somebody did that on Sixth Avenue, like today. It's like $20,000 worth of damage to the whole wire.
Or what, like $30 out there?
Yes. No, they get on the scrap market, they probably got 50.
So we could do no, the fund.
But nothing else, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
All, 8 votes.
All in favor? Yes.
Aye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
And that's particularly, I want to thank you guys.
Yeah, Vanessa.
This is the worst.
For now.